Yeah.
And the instructor said, or the examiner said, did you understand we were going to go right at the next intersection? And I said, oh. And I looked over my shoulder, and there was nobody there. So we did. I failed.
So you came by honestly.
We didn't hurt anybody. You know?
The car was upright.
I looked.
You
there was
went
no
on
problem.
2 wheels. I swear to goodness.
I wasn't on 2 wheels, but
I wasn't either. I don't know what Mom was.
You were
Well-
on 2 wheels. I guarantee you were on 2 wheels. I don't know how you did that. I still don't know how you did that. I don't know how we lived.
It wasn't that bad, Mom.
Everything you do.
It wasn't.
I think you permanently scarred your mother here. I mean,
I
she's
know.
really taking it.
what you don't
Is
get
the camera
T,
even on?
is when you're not when you're in control and she is not.
It's
she
a problem.
I have
She
a problem.
has nothing.
She still stomps on the floor for me. Do you know she still does that?
But well, so do
I do it for
sometimes.
everybody, okay? It's not just you.
But the point is, when she has no control in a situation at all, it's really frightening.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I get it. I understand. I
And-
feel that
and
way every time I get in the car with Josh.
You are in the car.
Looks over.
I'm not joking.
Let the record show that he sharply glanced at Tamara.
Sorry, Dad. Go ahead.
No, well, maybe we ought to step back to the last but the point is, when the person who is who is supposed to be the supervisor has no control of what the learner is doing, it can be really frightening, and the supervisor has no way out. If you do something that's absolutely, or anybody who does something that's absolutely wacko, the person beside you who knows it's now wacko, and we may die.
I know.
And, you know, it's really formidable is a good term.
Well, I tease Mom about it, but I would probably freak out just as much if Ozade did the same thing, because now I understand the ramifications of there might have been someone there. When I was driving, I was like, I cleared it, and nobody was there, you know, but I also understand
Yeah.
why.
Well, and you're a good driver. I'm not.
Oh, no, this was not, trust me, I did not know how to drive,
I'm
I
an
know.
excellent driver.
right?
Not
Excellent
Right.
driver.
Stop.
I'm an excellent driver.
It's an astounding metamorphosis for the teacher
Yeah,
and
it's so
the
hard.
student.
Yeah.
I don't remember that I took Chris out that much. You must have taken him out more. Because he got his learner's permit, you know, before he couldn't drive without an adult, because you were both 15 and a half when
Yeah.
you got your learners.
Mm-hmm.
But I
The
don't
instant
remember
we
going
could.
out with him. I'll tell you what, though, I hate to ride with him now.
I don't think I've ridden. Well, I've ridden with him. He's fine.
He's Seattle.
Oh man, he's
No.
yeah, he scares me.
I scare you.
I sit in the back seat, and you don't scare me like he scares me.
Yeah.
That's
You're
good
in
to know.
control scary. I'm not sure that he's always in control scary. But I'm probably wrong. I mean, he's never had an accident that I know of.
Except for Night of the Running Tree.
Yes.
Well, that-
You've heard about Night of the Running Tree, right?
I don't think I have.
really?
Okay, it was shortly after he got his license. And he was on his way to a French Club movie with his friend Jim
Manon de la
was
Spring?
behind him. I'm
Eisenbahn.
sorry.
Manon de la Spring?
I don't know.
That's probably a
Whatever.
French movie. But anyway, go ahead.
La Femme or something.
Oh, I hope not. That'd surprise me. And he was going up Shady Slope, and this was early fall.
Yeah, it was winter. Because he hit black ice. It was winter.
It was not. It was prior snow. There was no snow on the
Right, but
ground.
there was black ice on the ground.
Yeah, but you can't tell. I mean, there was no reason to think that there was black ice there, except it was cold enough for it.
Right.
And he was going up Shady Slope, and he hit black ice and did a complete 360 and went back into, thank goodness, on the hillside side, went back into a pine tree and basically cored the pine tree
That's about
with
this
his
big one.
tailpipe.
That's crazy.
And he came down, and we heard him come down the driveway, and the Volkswagen just didn't sound very good.
Because he had a bug.
That he had fixed up. Kind of.
You could still see the road through the floorboard
Oh.
Yeah, it had
on the
rusted
passenger
out.
side.
Oh my god.
This was prior
Yeah.
to Tang.
Yeah.
It's hard when you like are riding in a car and you can see the road moving underneath you. You're like, I'm not so sure about this.
But it wasn't raining, so there wasn't any.
So it's good. It's good. He put a carpet down.
You know.
Took care of the problem.
But anyway, he came down the driveway, as Karen suggested. The tree had hit hard enough to bend the fender and take the back of the turtle back in the Volkswagen, you know, the little thing that goes up and down, and pushed it into the
Impeller.
into the fan. So we're going to come down the driveway, goes screery down the driveway. So we got out,
He was totally white.
and
His
he said,
face was totally white.
I said, well, this is not so good.
No,
So we got some
no,
hands
no,
and
no.
we got some change.
We are
Blood
sheet
drained
white.
up the face.
We are absolutely sheet
I
white.
just gotta tease Oma when I can.
So we got Yan, and we hooked the chain up to the bumper, and we pulled the bumper back out, and that popped out the piece of tree. And then we pulled out we pulled on the cover for the back of the engine, and got that away from the fan.
I've forgotten how you got the tree core out of the.
How would he
We
even?
just pulled it out. We just
Oh,
yanked it.
okay.
Yanked it, and it kind of bent
No,
the
I
bumper
know,
back
but then
out.
How
Because
would
the
it-
bumper
my
had
gosh,
a
if it's
piece of
in
the
neck, though,
tree where it
it
had
can't,
hit,
like, turn.
and it had a
And
chunk
then
of
it's-
tree
he didn't
in
chop
the
end
bumper.
off.
And he went through
And
the
then
whole tree.
Everything went forward
It was
into
a tiny tree.
Oh.
the back lid.
It's a dead
So we
tree.
pulled this out, pulled the back lid out, fired it up, and ran. So he went to the party.
Took off.
Yeah. Which
And we
was
s-
good.
And we said, what really happened? And he said, well, I was at the stoplight and this tree hit me from behind.
No, the tree chased me up.
It's so something.
Tree chased me up Shady Slope and caught me.
Night of the running tree. And then, of course, we learned that he... Rum. He did really well. I mean,
Yeah, and getting back in and going to French Club. Because
Yeah.
he was white, very white and shaking. Just,
you gotta have those experiences. Everybody has.
Yeah.
Coring a tree
I didn't core a tree.
or driving bad.
I picked up Kara and going up Hatch. Kara and her cousins, and we were going to school on Hatch. And I hit a patch of black ice and up against the. Yeah, it was a good, nice snow berm right there and tipped up. That I did bring my wheels up on. Tipped back down, turned around, kept going to school. Car was fine.
Yeah,
was that the plain
Mental
brown?
states?
Mhm.
Question mark.
That was a great car.
that was a great car.
It was a great car.
It was a great car till it wasn't.
No, no, no. No, it was
You
a great
you
car
have
until the
a
end.
You have a 1-ton
Yeah,
vehicle T-bone you. It
yeah.
kind of messes things up.
Still the only accident I've ever had, other than somebody rear-ending me in Sammamish.
Oh gosh, that one.
Remember when you rear-ended someone? Well, no, this isn't a Spokane story. This is just a dad story.
We were talking about the house, as because we're leaving the house. So
We
we're
should
going to
about
talk.
that.
We
We're
should talk
talking.
about that.
In a while.
We're not talking
I know,
about me
that's
at all.
what I said. No, but then you pointed the camera at me.
Well, because you were asking questions, so I wanted you to be able
Not
to.
about the house. What? I don't understand this logic.
So, Oz, what's your favorite part of this house?
I really loved playing on the tree in the front with the rope swing. I would spend what felt like hours.
It was.
Hours. Just swinging there. I probably still have the calluses to this day. But just hanging out.
Do you know you'd get out of the car and straight onto the rope swing?
Yes.
Like, no holds barred. Like, and Mom would have to watch you while I unpacked and went to the restroom.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It's still there.
I do remember the bucket though. Like I would get picked up in the bucket of the tractor, and then Opa would drive around.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
And you loved that.
I did.
I loved it when you wore your I can't believe it's not butter hat.
and her little purple Leo.
Purple Leo. Dalmatian shoes. I can't believe it's not butter hat. And Mom's pooper scooper rake. And then you'd want Opa to go get birdseed all the time.
Oh, God. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember, and we'd say,
Spread it out.
Spread it out, honey. Boom. Seed. I swear to goodness, we
And you'd be like, let's go get more.
I did that well, right? Yeah, you did.
All the birds. No, Ozzy. Let's spread it. No.
And they can fight for their food.
Well, actually, there's some logic to it. They don't have to go hunt. It's all right there.
They liked it.
They ate it.
Yeah.
Birds liked me.
That was
They
that's
I
before we
had
had that's before we had turkeys.
4 turkeys. Ooh, I can't
Yeah, it
remember
was
that.
before turkeys.
Because we had quail and we had quite a few.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah, I do remember
and
that.
a little
And pheasants.
the little guys with it,
Yeah.
and they come running up and you could they were excited.
Whatever happened to the quail?
Well,
Turkeys.
the turkeys
Oh.
are eating everything for the pheasants, for the quail.
Oh. Damn
They're a
turkeys.
menace, honestly.
But yeah, it was really fun. This you never fed chickens.
Mm-mm. Not cottontail.
No, I mean the real chickens. I mean like
Remember-
10 or 15 or 20 hens and roosters out, and you scatter the food around because if you put it in one place, they just fight over it. So you
Those
just-
are kind of sad, interesting to watch.
It is. But I grew up riding chickens as a child.
What?
Hop on a
You-
chicken?
You if you're small enough, you can straddle a hen and you can take a ride.
And your
And I did.
Opa, when he was born, was not quite 5 pounds.
Yeah, you were a preemie, weren't you?
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
I didn't know until a couple years ago.
And I knew he was around 5 pounds. I didn't realize he was under 5 pounds. And during that time period, not a lot of babies made it.
Good job, Dad.
He stayed in the hospital, I believe your mom told me, for a month.
That's what I think.
Before
I
he
remember.
came
I
home.
wasn't there.
And then he was so small they put him in a
Shoebox.
drawer.
Yeah. Shoebox. Called him Tiny Tim. Tiny
Tiny
Jim!
Tiny Jim.
I
Nice.
wasn't there. Okay. My first recollections were after I was 3. I said, finally, I'm awake now. I can see what's going on. Anyway.
We should talk about the chickens.
Yes, we should.
Oh God, that was so.
We had how many?
Cottontail? 3.
Yeah, we had 3 hens,
No, we had 2 hens and 1 rooster.
and Cottontail offed both hens, right?
Yes,
Yes.
basically.
You killed them.
Drown them?
You drowned one, and he chased one in between. We had a bunch of fencing rolled up. And he chased one, and she was trying to get away from him in between the fences and suffocated her, like just died.
Damn. What was his name?
Cottontail.
Cottontail.
He was
the
the
menace.
meanest rooster. I got so angry at him for
Killer.
attacking me because they have spurs on their feet, and that hurts. And I dropped a rock on him and stunned him. I didn't kill him, which was my intent, was to kill him
soup.
at that point.
We used to take, like, if we had to feed him, we'd take the lid of the garbage can that held the food, that was metal, right? And use it like a shield to shove him off.
Yeah.
Because you walked into that hen house and he'd attack you. Like, you tried to go collect eggs, he'd be all over you.
Why don't you just... Okay, you have 2 children. So, one is, like, walking in, one has the shield, and covers him with the shield, and then just, like, sits on it, or whatever. I don't know how big.
Squishes him. That's
Squishes
not
him.
bad.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could have just had chicken soup.
Oh, I think that would have been good.
That would've been not
As
bad.
soon as he was born, he actually went to the next door neighbors,
Yeah, the Bertholds.
the Bertholds.
Where
took him.
Mark lives is now the Bertholds.
Was the Bertholds.
Was. So,
God, he was the nastiest bird. Well,
yeah.
second only to my sister's geese.
Wait, she owned geese?
Prince and princess, yes.
Oh my god.
I had to take a lunge whip down when I went to the barn.
Ginger's got a knack for owning mean animals.
Are you thinking of
Skippy.
Skippy? She was,
Evil dog.
yeah, she was.
Evil. Scream barking.
And she
eat
would
and
jump
chomping.
up on the bed and she would bite you because you were on the bed.
Oh my god.
If
Skippy
you
was
moved.
mean. Ginger's like, oh, she's so sweet. Yeah. I like dogs, and I don't like your dog. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then we had 3 horses. And then 4 horses.
And 4.
And then 4 horses.
So we had Scandia,
And
Ellie, and Shima,
What about
Yeah.
the
and Jebby. We had Jebby the pony for a while.
Wait, tell me more stories about Jebby.
No, Mom's probably got a lot of stories about Jebby.
not really. I am sorry that we gave Jebby away.
Yeah.
He was the best horse we had.
He was an escape artist, man. Do you remember looking for Jebby all the time?
I actually don't, sweetie.
You don't? He
No.
crawled under the fence.
Well, that was Shima. That was Shima that
I thought
kept...
that was Jebby.
No, that was Shima. Jebby did not come to this property with us.
Yeah.
We only had him over at the other house.
I thought Shima was, I thought she was the best horse. I liked Shima. And Ellie. And
Yeah,
Scandia.
Ellie was sweet.
Ellie was sweet.
And
Shima was
Scandia
smart.
was nice. Yeah, but Shima would get down, and I still don't know how she did it. And she went under the electric fence, and she wouldn't go anywhere. I mean, she'd
She'd be out here. on the
just
driveway.
be out here.
Yeah.
She
Hey,
was
guys.
the tent horse.
Walk about. She go down, talk to the horses over at Steve.
She would have been a war mare.
Cool.
She had that type of temperament and actually that kind of size, but brains, watch it, honey.
It's okay. Hasn't landed on your dad yet. Yeah.
Won't move.
So let's see. What other?
And then Mom brought in Whiteside's
Yeah, Camry.
Camry,
Mhm.
and he was one of was originally Ginger's
Yeah.
horse.
I remember when we brought Camry in and you got on him and he bucked you off.
Yeah, and then he bucked Chris off twice.
Chris off. I didn't get on him. I mean, I fool me once. I'm not gonna get on that horse. So
He was totally wrecked. He was actually a beautiful, beautiful
he was really pretty.
horse.
He was nice as long as you didn't want to ride him.
He
And you had
wasn't even
food.
he wasn't even nice then. He would look at you like, "What are you gonna do to me?"
Yeah, like Zora does. You look sketchy.
She's behind.
What are you gonna do to me? She passed out.
Don't come
Yeah.
close to me.
She's on her.
On puppy drugs?
You okay, Zor?
Well, and then we had, for a while, we had both of Lissette's horses down here until I called a halt to that.
That must have been when I was at school, because I don't remember.
It was.
Yeah.
And,
I'd forgotten that, actually.
oh my God, that was they didn't get along with ours. And they were so much work, and Chris was angry at me because I said, Chris, that's it.
Yeah.
She needs to find another place for them.
Yeah.
And I ended up buying, which kind of got me. I ended up buying the garbage cans for their food and stuff because she didn't bring any and they didn't buy any. She took them with her, and there was never even a thank you.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
And that was I'm glad that wouldn't have been any better
Yeah.
relationship. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. You had a lot of puppies dumped on you.
Yeah, but
I know, Fee
so
and
cute.
Athena Paparina.
Oh God. That's why I went after Peekaboo. Was Athena finally went back down to your mom, and I missed her so much. And not all Dalmatians, but those two Dalmatians were really special dogs.
Yeah.
And so this was right after, I think it was the second of the live 101 Dalmatians. And you can figure that dogs are going to be dumped, especially a Dalmatian, because they're not easy to raise through puppyhood.
Why
They
not?
disembowel couches, and they chew, and they require a lot of
Space and energy.
energy
And
and
that,
a lot of running.
20 of those balls with the colored ends.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yes.
She'd eat one a week. And she loved this ball that had these like colored knobs, like it was a yellow ball and it had knobs all over it, and they were colored. And you could see streaks of the colors all up and down Mom's hallway.
And on
And
the
still,
doors.
she found one
I
the other day.
remember
They're
the
still there.
first time I saw her pop a racquetball. She was chewing, and literally, boom, she shakes her head, looks at it, and you can see it loose. Damn.
Where's another
Gotta go
one?
find something else to chew on.
She was a cool
Never
dog.
seen a dog do that.
Yeah. She's a good pupper.
Well, she was so elegant looking. Peekaboo was handsome, but she wasn't beautiful and elegant. And Athena was beautiful and elegant.
And she knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But she
scratch her,
was
she'd
an
go.
only child for a long time.
She was an only child.
But wait,
If you
I
grow
want a
spots,
sibling.
you'll be a lot better, Oz.
I actually was a little worried about how Athena and you were gonna get along when we brought you home.
Yeah.
I knew it. No, it's
Mostly
seriously.
because she
Yeah.
didn't love your dad.
Yeah. Well, no, and I knew Athena's
Well,
a
you
great
don't
dog
know.
and everything, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I was of mom's blood, so I think I'm good.
She was okay with you. I mean, she was really okay with you once you started feeding her.
Mhm.
Then she was like,
Yeah, you guys became buddies after that.
oh yeah.
Hey,
you stick your
friend.
hand in shredded cheese and hold it out to me, and I'll lick it off. This is a fun game.
And then you get to giggle when I lick your hand.
Yeah,
And then
I
when
like
you
it.
want to giggle again, you put more cheese
I
down
like
here.
it. I like it. I can pick up what you're putting down.
Well, and Cheerios.
Yeah,
I used to throw the Cheerios off.
she really liked you.
Well, I know the way straight to a dog's heart. It's totally through my personality and dog-loving self.
Right.
Not
And food.
no food involved.
No. So see, when we came here, we had Spanky, Robbie, and Kippy, right?
Mhm.
And Lacey and Sophie. So we had 5 dogs when we came here.
We had Lacey. Sophie was still with Carol and
Tom.
Tom, thank you. Yeah, she was down earning her championship and having a puppy for them.
I was telling us today about how we used to have to wash their little butts in the thing because they'd get poop stuck in them all the time.
Yes.
What kind of dog?
It was a skipper game. They'd get poop stuck in their butts
Dude,
all the
if you're
time, so you'd have
it's
to
an
like
animal.
just
If you
shove
can't-
the dog under the the spigot in the laundry room and wash their butt off. And then they'd walk around with just a wet butt.
They had when they're born, they go in two of the coccyx vertebra and dock the tails off.
Okay.
It's like right by
So
my
they
face.
don't have anything that can
Lift
push
it
it
Go away,
out.
go away, go away.
Lift it out of the way. So when you lift your tail, the hair gets out of the way, so there's no tail
Okay,
left.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
So you end up with diarrhea butt all the time.
Oh.
So at least either that or it'd be just chunks dried on. You have to pull them off.
Why don't you just shave the butt?
Because then that would have looked bad.
How would it have looked worse than being covered in shit?
I
Yeah.
would have shaved the dog's butt. I totally would have.
No.
No.
It's
I don't.
better. It's better this way.
Yeah, it
They're
didn't
gonna
happen
over-
all, like 100% of the time. It was just mostly when they had diarrhea and stuff.
Like 90-95% of the times.
No,
It's right by me, it's right by me.
It wasn't even that.
Sorry.
It's like 50.
B. I don't want to hit the plates or whatever.
But yeah, they were good puppies.
Barnaby.
It's right there. By the wine glass, by the bulb. Wine glass. Drink.
Stay out of the
You were
way,
too
Tamara.
slow by like 3-4 seconds.
It's
Tam
right
was
over by the
leaning.
almond's hand. Me. It's no, it's over by the
Here?
mom.
It's right there.
It's over there. Cup.
I don't think it's going to land. It's not, it's like not
it's
landing.
It's onto your games.
That smells
Go
good.
in, go in, go in, go in. You like that smell? You like that smell?
So close.
So, yeah. So, and then we
Wait, don't
had,
hit it until it goes in.
and then we had, so then we had, let's see, Boyson,
Oh, he was awesome.
right? And then we had Shadow.
She was not awesome.
Shadow had problems.
What
Shadow
kind of-
left us. She was an Australian Shepherd.
No, the Australian Shepherd Roddy was Fiona.
Oh,
We don't know what Shadow
bowl.
was.
she looked like some sort of shepherd.
She looked like a
I'm sorry. It's my
Cattle doggy shepherd.
she looked like
It's
a
like
German
Raven's
Shepherd. She had that kind of a body.
But different coloring.
Yeah, she was Blue Merle.
So, so Shadow didn't stay with us long. So-
Shadow
Shan?
was put down because she kept nipping people. She was healing.
Mm.
And if she didn't like you, she'd heal
Don't
you.
piss it off.
And nothing we did would stop her.
So just let it.
And sadly enough, it wasn't even that. It wasn't.
Got it.
It didn't have to be a person that was.
Die. Yay!
Because we had at the time we had Jim Nolden who was helping us build a deck
And like dogs.
and life dogs, and
Sweet.
she'd take Pat from him, and he'd come
Yay!
in and yay, he'd come in and he'd pet her, and everything would be fine, and turn around, and
She'd
next
go
thing
after
she'd
him.
do is she'd grab him in the back Achilles as he walked away.
Yeah.
And it's did she hurt
Excuse
him?
me.
Well, once, yeah, a little bit.
Well,
But-
she did that to a bunch of people.
but-
It wasn't just Jim Nolden.
Right, but so it wasn't a familiarity issue. it was more situational.
It was
This is
territorial.
this prey is running away. I'm going to nab him, and it didn't work. And she was also not nice to the skipper's piece, which meant we put her in the basement, and she went berserk because she didn't want to be in the basement. She wanted to be upstairs with us.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, we did. She wanted to be upstairs with us, but if she came upstairs with us, she'd beat up on the skips. And, you know, this dog is this big, and the skipper keys are this big, and the skipper keys didn't have much of a chance.
Well, they went after her.
And it just wasn't good, and she was not a good fit.
And she'd already, we were the second home she'd been placed in for the same
Right.
reason.
So,
So then we had Fee,
Fiona,
Fiona, and
Peekaboo.
Boy Song. They were all at the same time. And then we had Zane and Abra.
Peekaboo came before Fiona.
And then Zane and Abra.
Mm-hmm.
And then Flotsam and Jetsam.
No, you have to admit, they've gotten a lot better.
Oh, they have.
I totally admit, they are
They are much better.
totally different dogs from who they were. Just,
And Ozzy really likes how much they cuddle.
I know, it's super sweet.
she keeps Holton.
Hoping.
That Zora will start cuddling. This
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Well, I know she
Well,
won't,
she
but
used to,
no.
didn't she?
Well, she cuddles more with Ozzy now. She doesn't even
I
sleep
know.
with me. She sleeps with Oz.
It's super cute and I love it.
Yeah, because I can remember she used to cuddle with you all the time and move you off the bed. If
Well, I
I
wouldn't
were-
say that was cuddling.
That's the difference between my bed and cuddling.
Yeah.
Oh,
She just
okay.
shove me off the bed. She just lays there, and sometimes I'll get her to come up next to my face and I can pet her. Super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I
a
do
sweet
better.
girl. She's
I'm-
tired.
We had Frodo and Bilbo.
I'm so sorry, but
Yes.
can we move inside
Yeah.
just due to the sheer amount of
You're
bugs?
still damp, buddy.
Yeah, I think they're
Well, they're,
easy.
that's it, hon.
Alright.
We killed the one.
Yeah, and that was the only bug that I saw. Have you seen more?
Yeah. Done.
Great. Go for it.
You scoot next to her, and you scoot next to her.
No, she can't.
She
It's
can't.
social distancing.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. Crap.
That's right. We don't want to give her anything.
I can't get more than one person in the shot.
But if Mom and Dad scooch closer,
I am going to absent myself. Excuse me.
oh, okay.
I just get closer and